Hey guys, due to COVID-19 and the school closures, I've decided to video journal recipes that have significance to me. While it may seem silly, my hope is to teach some basic cooking skills, tell the story behind each recipe, and hopefully inspire a few students to make something from scratch. As we work to transition to providing an online experience, depth and breadth isn't everything when it comes to content. It's not what students will remember when looking back at all of this. Remember, we're all in this together. Food has a way of bringing people together and providing comfort, and there will be many opportunities to metaphorically add a chair at the dinner table before this is all over. I would love to learn a new recipe and hear why it is meaningful to you, so feel free to share or comment. Check back once I actually figured the details of rolling this thing out. Thanks, have a great day, and go Bobcats.
So Zach and I have been together for 9 years, and it's been a very exciting 9 years, partly due to the fact that I am Chaldean and Zach is white, and so it's been a learning experience for the both of us. He's really tried to immerse himself in our culture and learn everything he can, and one way he's done that is kind of trying to learn how to cook our foods and experience all of our foods, which has been very exciting because a lot of our foods involve multiple people making them, big long days and experiences prepping and preparing and putting all those things together. And one way we do this is through these meat pies and cheese pies. They kind of take a long time to make, but they're well worth it in the end. And now it's even more exciting because our daughter Cecilia has been kind of tasting things and trying new things. So here's the recipe.
Good afternoon, Bobcats. It's Chef Bradley coming at you guys from the Bradley Kitchen, and today we are making cheese and meat takhrathas with my mother-in-law, and it's a Chaldean dish. So step one to this is that you want to brown your meat, and here I've got about 9 pounds of ground beef that's simmering. So step one, turn your burner on super high. Make sure that you're browning ground beef like you would for tacos or any other dish. Add a little bit of salt. Step two, for every pound of ground beef, you got to have at least 1 onion that's being diced, that's being chopped up. And again, thinking about it through the lens of doing it like you would for fajitas or for tacos or anything else. And then we'll be adding it to the ground beef. So, step 1 and 2. Hey guys, it's me and Cecilia. I want you guys to see the amount of process and just the amount of time and resources that goes into making the cheese takhratha. So I'm going to show you kind of the stations as to what's going on right now in the Bradley kitchen. So this is my mother-in-law, and as you can see, she has the biggest bowl of dough that you've ever seen in your life. Probably the closest thing that I would compare it to is like a flakier pizza dough that is going to almost be like a Hot Pocket calzone once it's actually baked. So here's my wife. Say hi, Angela.
Hello.
You can see she's got a meat cleaver, so I'm going to halfway stand away. But right now she's prepping the parsley. From here, the parsley is going to end up over with my sister-in-law, who's crumbling the feta, mixing it together.
Feta and Chicago cheese.
Yeah, the different cheeses. And if you guys remember, yesterday I had prepped the meat that's going to be going into the meat pies. So, quite busy. Thank you, Chef Teresa. Hey guys, I thought I'd show you what the process looks like when it comes to actually making these things. So you'll see I got my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife, and my niece all stand as we're making cheese takhratha. So we're gonna go one at a time. So this is what the final product looks like. Notice inside of it is cheese, stuffed materials, and it'll be baked with an egg wash put on top of it. Teresa, can you explain what you're doing?
Here I'm rolling out the dough, then using this cup and cutting it, then handing it to Angela.
And my wife.
I used to take a good heaping of the cheese mixture.
What's in the cheese mixture, hon?
It's a mixture of feta and a Chicago-style cheese and parsley. And you stuff it, and then you kind of pinch the ends to close it up. And then I hand it to my mom, and she flattens it out, and then pokes a hole in the middle of it, so then when it bakes, it doesn't puff up.
Okay.
And then we move to this step.
Olivia, what are you doing? Brush
What are you doing, Olivia?
Brushing the
face.
dough.
Brushing the dough with what?
This
Egg
cheese
wash.
in it.
With an egg wash, which will just give it a nice brown look to it.
All right, very good. Good work, guys.
I love you. I love you.
It's always cool to me to see how all the family is working together on this. Olivia, what are you doing right now?
Poking them.
Why are you poking them with a fork?
One of the ways to do it.
What other way is there to do it so they don't explode in the oven, right?
I guess.
You guess? Olivia, how old are you?
8.
All right, keep up the good work, dude. All right, guys, this is the final product when it comes to the cheese pies. I wish you could smell how good the house smells. There's Claire. Hey, Claire, will you break one of those in half? Will you grab it? I want them to see the inside, so just tear it in half.
I'm gonna break this.
Yep, just tear it.
Rip it.
Cool, show them the inside, hun. And if you see, there's all sorts of cheese in there, basil, not basil, but parsley. It's all sorts of delicious. Now we're making the transition to the meat pies. There's the beef that we browned yesterday with the onion and spices. My mother-in-law is right tucking them in like the pockets. There's Claire enjoying and mowing down on the cheese pies. Delicious, aren't they? And Teresa continuing right to do the cutouts, the rolling, and stuffing the pies or handing them off to the mother-in-law to be stuffed. So,
So then I can
Egg them.
egg them.
all right. Thank you, everybody. Baby's first cheese Takhratha.
She's like loving life.
My challenge to the students is to find a family recipe that speaks to cultural legacy. It might speak to your family story. It might speak to your background. It might speak to your culture as a whole and why that recipe is so near and dear to that family tradition. Thanks, guys.